There we go. Something like that. All right, guys.
You know what? This Chat GPT is kind of lame. Like, I asked it to write a dirty joke about turkeys. It's like, I'm sorry, but I can't provide explicit or inappropriate content, including dirty jokes. Come on.
You just call something that's like the most incredible thing that we have ever discovered in our lifetime lame.
Why can't it write me a dirty joke about turkeys? You know? Anyway, there we go. Yes, Hunter, it is kind of lame. Damn it. Welcome to it, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Brock just got done saying, you know what, that Chat GPT is pretty lame. It's not telling me dirty turkey jokes.
Yeah.
Like, man.
What fun is it if I can't have it tell me a dirty joke from time to time?
I think it's the farthest thing from lame, but okay.
Lame. If it was really cool, it would tell me a dirty joke. I don't want to.
That is such like an American human thing. Yeah, this ChatGPT thing sucks. You know why?
Silly. Because
dude, it does the most amazing things like you could ever imagine. Like, we're not even into it yet. We're already like, oh, this thing sucks.
Well, here, like I said, write a silly joke about turkeys. Why did the turkey join the band? Because it had the drumsticks. That's actually a pretty good joke. That's a pretty good joke. I'll take that one.
There's got to always have to be dirty either to be funny.
It's funnier though if it is dirty, because especially like if it's about turkeys. Like, come on, write me a dirty joke about turkeys, something with thighs or breasts. You're telling me there's not a great joke in there, right?
Stuff in the
Think
turkey.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, we probably have done it though. Yeah. We've been through 7 Thanksgivings. You're telling me you still have dirty turkey jokes left?
There's got to be something. There's got to be something in there. Anyway, I'll work on it. I'll see what I can get. But we are streaming. Don't forget, find us on Twitch, find us on Facebook, find us on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Hey, by the way, make sure you subscribe to that one for web-exclusive content. I'll have another Discover New Music Monday coming up today. I don't know with who yet. I got so many that I got to get to, but we'll have that. And then, of course, you can get it on the stream as well. And whatever else we decide to put up there for the Plan B Morning Show. With that said, we should probably get things going at 7:08. Let's do it. Time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. There's probably going to be a lot of that after Thanksgiving. I think the week after Thanksgiving, they're pretty busy.
We're pretty busy.
If I'm not mistaken.
You guys working on Thanksgiving? Yes. We are.
Yes.
And
maybe
weeks afterwards as well.
How about you have one less serving of mashed potatoes and gravy in there? All right, give them a break for God's sakes.
I can't. Anyway, it's too good, man.
It's so good. It's worth it. We'll have them that, and after the Super Bowl, I'm sure they're busy. But anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. Well, hey, speaking of turkeys that we were talking about earlier, it's today. A silly American tradition continues, but it's still fun. The annual Thanksgiving turkey pardon at the White House.
What's that?
It's when the president pardons a turkey and sends it to a local zoo instead of eating it. They've been doing it off and on since the Truman era in the 40s. This year, 2 turkeys from Minnesota will be transported all the way to Washington, D.C. just to be pardoned and not turned into delicious Thanksgiving dinner.
Sounds like a lot of like the was it when the gopher pops out? What's that?
Oh, like Groundhog's Day?
Yeah. Things that we've done in the past that we probably can wrap up. We can probably not do that anymore, and everything would be just fine. How about this? How about you don't change the time? How about you don't do this? How about you don't do that? How about you put the damn turkey down and get things done instead of wasting time pardoning a turkey?
You know what, Hunter? I thought you were coming at this just kind of rabble, but you're absolutely right.
I got a damn good point.
We just had to change our clocks back, even though they've been promising us for years that they were going to get rid of that, right? Hey,
keep your damn turkey.
We got high gas prices. Our medical system is just in shambles. Teachers aren't getting paid enough. But
people are out here struggling.
But, though, Hunter, we still got these turkeys pardoned, all right? We still got Gobble Gobble and his brother. That's got to be wild.
Biden can handle a turkey. You know what?
That's a good point. If that turkey turns on our president, and I get it, he's the leader of the free world, but
Hey.
man, he's old. He doesn't move like he used
He
to.
doesn't.
What if that happened? What if our president got taken out
I
by
got a turkey.
this turkey? These turkeys just bust out of that trailer on the way from Minnesota. They're like, what?
It's one of those fighting turkeys.
And honestly, turkeys are big, dude.
They're big.
And he's slipping
wouldn't
on
wanna-
stairs.
Hey, I wouldn't want to get pecked to death by a turkey.
Oh, you got two pissed off turkeys, all right? They think they're going to the slaughterhouse, all right?
Yep.
They got plucked out of their family, all right?
Mhm.
All their friends are like, no, don't take them. No, here they are. They're long ass trip from Minnesota. They're amped up. They come busting out of that trailer door looking for blood, man. And
Yeah.
who's there? Our effing 80-odd-year-old president.
There you go. Sorry.
Secret Service just unloading mags on these
Right.
turkeys.
Hey, won't
Sir,
die.
Sir, get down, get behind me,
Yeah.
President.
Hey, I got an idea. Real
Yeah.
quick. Instead of pardoning the turkey, pardon the president. Can we do that? Can we do the old switcheroo? Can we have the turkey take the place of the
Maybe this is time
guy
where
in
we,
this situation?
instead of worrying about the turkey, we sit down with our government, be like, how about, we're going to give you one more chance. All right. We're going to pardon you right now.
Mhm.
Okay. We want you to get back in there, get some effing work done.
Something.
Okay. We'll take care of the turkeys. Tell you what, we'll handle the turkeys. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll get them all set up. They'll be fed and we'll drop them off. Why don't you go back in that building there
Mhm.
and do some work for us? How about that? You know?
Hey,
Oh,
when he's done, let's just ask him. Hey, what'd you do while you were?
oh,
You know?
well, pardon two turkeys. All right, great.
That's about it.
Great. I still have massive student loan debt right now, and the housing market's insane.
Yeah.
Interest rates. Thank God for those turkeys. Oh, what about this? Spending or saving? What makes a person happier? Well, according to a new One Poll survey, spenders are happy in their lives, but get this: savers are wiser. 56% of Americans identify themselves as spenders, while 34% called themselves savers. The poll also found that when buying items, people research personal electronics, vehicles, and vacations the most. Personal electronics. What's going on with that one? What's a personal electronic? CD player? Is that what they
Buzzing.
mean by
What's
that?
that buzzing
I
Huh.
mean, this makes sense, Hunter.
You know, I always had an opinion on this, and this changes throughout whoever you are and how much money you make and what you spend it on and how many kids you got. It's different for everybody. But
Right.
you should have a line. You have a line where your savings account, like, I shouldn't go over that line, or it shouldn't go under that line, I should say.
Under that line. I get what you're saying.
Anything beyond that,
Yep.
spend
Let her
it.
rip. Let her rip.
Let it rip. What are you working for?
Yeah.
You're doing things every single day
Mm-hmm.
to make money. To what? To save it and just sit on it?
I think the problem nowadays is the impending doom that maybe millennials, Gen Zers have because everything's so expensive. And so now it's like if we don't save, we just feel like we're screwed, right? But you're right though, Hunter. You're right. We're sitting there slaving away. Well, not you and I personally. You and I are
No, yeah,
pretty
we're not.
easy,
We're
right?
not a
But
prime example.
for everyone else, for everyone else,
Right.
but everything's so expensive, and you feel like, well, I gotta save or I'm gonna be screwed. I'm not gonna ever be able to retire,
Mhm.
unlike the boomers and the generations before us that were living high on the hawk. So maybe that's what it is. But you're right though, and that's why I always get upset with the money can't buy happiness. BS.
Hey, try it out once.
BS. You know who says money can't buy happiness? Rich people. That's who says it. All right. Like, you know what? Being rich isn't all it's
You
cracked up
sound
to
like
be.
you're pretty content, right?
I'm sorry. It was hard for me to hear over the echo in your mansion when you told me money can't buy happiness. I mean, you know what? It can make things a hell of a lot easier,
Can't hear you on the other side of that long ass dinner table.
right? I can't hear you over the loud motor sounds of your Lamborghini. It's hard to hear in this car. Money can't buy it. Shut up. All right. You tell you what, it can make things a lot easier.
Get you
That's why-
closer to it. That's for
yeah,
sure.
right. But I think you're right, Hunter. And again, don't go crazy with it. Don't rack up 30,000 in credit card debt because
Yeah.
it's there. But you know what? You want to treat yourself, treat yourself.
It's hey, governments. What do they owe? A couple 22 trillion. That's
Money
a hell of
doesn't
a
mean
credit card debt, man. So if they're doing it, why can't you do it?
Money doesn't mean anything anymore.
doesn't.
Just let it ride.
Let it ride.
Huh.
You ain't gonna die.
No, you'll be fine.
Actually, you'll be happier because you're spending money that really isn't yours, but it's basically what everybody else does anyway. So
Oh, what? I'm gonna get a call from a collector. Big whoop. Ignore.
come on over.
It's fine. Yeah, Mr. Collector Man, come on over and ride my jet skis that I
Yeah,
bought.
I
Who
got some
cares?
cool
Yeah.
stuff while you're here. You know?
You'll have a good time. Bet you forget about that. Anyway, so yeah, let it ride, Hunter. Just spend it. Who
Let it
cares?
ride.
Swipe that Amex card. You're fine. Lastly, LSD isn't just for hippies from the 60s anymore. Scientists in Sweden have been using the mind-altering drug on rats to try and understand how the brain works. They believe the experiments could help in exploring where consciousness starts in the brain and might be able to further treat neurological disorders. Researchers also used ketamine and then monitored the neurons in the rat's brain while they were doing basic activities.
Mhm.
That's kind
First
of
off,
wild.
before we get any further, poor rats, always getting work done, always taking the blunt of these studies and
These rats are tripping balls. It sounds like they're having a good time.
yeah,
Man.
right.
We got some rave rats going on right here.
You know? And all I can think of is that scene from Nutty Professor with that big fat rat in the corner of that cage right there with his leg sticking out.
It is a big fat rat right there. I always think of the rat from Dumbo, the one that goes when he goes to the
Templeton,
fair.
or isn't it?
Templeton.
Templeton.
Yeah.
Templeton.
He had himself a good day at the fair, man. He's eating all that garbage, just living it up, man. Popcorn and.
So with that being said, hey, pretty wild study, honestly.
So I'm intrigued by where consciousness starts. So what are they just looking for? Where in the brain we are self-aware, or what? I don't know, man.
I mean, how do you study that? It's like
See,
studying a dream almost, you know?
I've
Where do you
never
start?
tripped. So yeah, right. Well, that's a good point. Actually, that's a good analogy with that.
Yeah,
That's
where
like
do you start?
studying a dream. It's like what? Okay, where do we begin, or what does that even tell us, man?
Mhm.
Especially in a rat. Like, are we really getting enough from a rat brain?
Yeah. Apparently, that's all we use. you
Yeah.
know?
Don't
We've
you
got
think,
a lot of great things from it.
Don't you think there'd be enough humans, or would it be bad to do this experiment with humans? Like, if you found some willing people, participants in this,
Yeah. I think that's how some scary movies start, man. Like it's
isn't that how Human Centipede started? Didn't he
yeah,
give him
right.
something
It's
to-
not. It doesn't
Right.
end well when you're
So
when
we're
you're
gonna give
working
you
on
this.
humans like that.
Then we're gonna sew you to someone else. Wait, what? Hold on. You
Did
had
have
me
a-
up until
Don't you have a few rats you could do that to?
rats aren't fun. They're hard to catch and sew. You know what I mean? So, but you're really easy. You're really easy to get.
You know?
But yeah, that's wild, man. I think we're gonna see in our lifetime for sure, whether it's because now with shrooms being legal in Colorado
microdosing and
and microdosing, I'd for sure see this probably within
Mhm.
the next decade or so, where it's not everywhere, mind you, but I think LSD stuff like that.
Hey, I'm not saying go out and do that. You know, it's definitely illegal. You know, but with that being said, I think people have the wrong, you know, what am I trying to say? The wrong taste in their mouth about it.
Yeah,
You know, I think everybody bases their shroom experience off Timmy over here, who took like,
Yeah.
900 grams of it and just absolutely went to the moon.
you're right.
You know,
Well, and
it's not always like that.
no,
know?
especially if it's done the right way. And again, like you said, that kind of wrong, that bad taste in their mouth. Well, you know what I think of? And again, this is just from years of, just ignorance, I guess, what it is. What do we always think of is, oh, you know what? It's from that bad acid that grandpa had in the
Mhm.
60s, right? That he took from some guy. And then, 40 years later, he has a flashback. And that's what we all think of, right?
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll see, medical grade LSD.
Mhm.
I mean, the marijuana industry's doing it right now. We're starting to see
Hey.
that become commonplace.
One of my dad's buddies was a cancer patient, and he was going to Colorado doing the microdose thing. And he sat there and
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, man, never in my life would I sit here and tell you that, hey, I was going to end up taking, microdosing shrooms.
Yeah, dude.
But
that's
here I
wild.
am, and I feel a lot better."
Yeah. Yep.
It's wild hearing that from people, but
Well,
Damn.
long story short, there's rave rats in Sweden just having a licking walls. The snozberries taste like snozberries, man. Those rats really like techno. This is weird. This is weird, man.
Is that rat fist pumping? We named him Gronk.
Gronk rat.
The big
All
rat.
right, there you go. That's your morning dump. We'll be back. All right. Morning, Eric. Morning,
Eric.
Scott. Why save money? They print money. Yeah. It's free money. Happy Thanksgiving week, Michelle. Indeed. Nice short week for us.
Mhm.
Good morning, Mark. And Mark, I did see your comment about, and we could talk about it. The Chiefs are now, it doesn't really matter, but he brought up, Hunter, that this year it's been the Swift Kelsey distractions. That drama replaced the Mahomes wife and brother distractions from last year, which is true.
Even with distractions, that team's still nasty.
They're still, and that's what I mean. It's just, I think they're just, God damn it. I could see him in it again this year. Just, for some reason, and that comes with experience. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it'd be nice to not see them in the Super Bowl.
I would love to see like like Niners, Bills, or whatever, something, just something different.
I'm gonna run up and grab a pop real quick. How much time you got?
You got 50 seconds. Go.
Yep.
Happy and paste.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right. Ah, shit. The Lions have the same record as the Chiefs. They do. Wild.
Still no sports.
I don't have anything from Wolfie, so. Here we go. Well, good morning. 7:23, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Morning. What's up?
Don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch. Find us on Facebook. Find us on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that for web exclusive content. We'll be on for the next, 35 minutes or so, plus or minus, give or take. So get in on the fun.
That.
Something like that. Right now, though, let's get to it. Big weekend from sports, so let's talk sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Excuse me, Bud Distributing, bringing you delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other great drinks like Good Boy Vodka Seltzers, Every Pour Helps a Pup, and Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hey, Bud, and remember to drink wiser.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, before we get into sports, I saw my buddy Keith yesterday. And Keith, if you're listening, dude, he was like, you guys, you're terrible at sports. Why don't you let me come in and say something? I'm like, dude, it's the Plan B Sports. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You don't come here for like real legit. That's why we have a news talk sports station dedicated solely for the people that comb their hair, get up in the morning, do like 9 hours of research and prep. That's what you're looking for here.
No, actually, you know what? No, hold on. I'm going to call Keith. You know what, Keith? Come on to the show, all right? Because it's super easy off air. Everyone, well, you guys should do this. Why don't you know what, Keith? Why don't you shut the hell up? How about that?
Oh, be careful.
I tell you what. Hey, no. You come on in here, all right? Or go over to Hunter's house. He's got a great setup there, and we'll just let you go. You can handle sports, buddy boy.
It ain't easy. I'll tell you that.
Right?
I mean,
son of a bitch.
It's pretty easy.
I mean, it's not that hard, but all right.
Hard. I don't know, but still, he's wrong. He's Come on, man. It's the Plan B Sports. What do you expect? Yeah. You know, we talk about pickleball, for cripe's sake.
You think we are ESPN? Why don't you shut up?
Some scores over the weekend. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to find real quick. and see. No prep this morning. Oh, and that's fun. Page not found.
Perfect.
That's
okay,
fine.
maybe Keith has a point. Maybe Keith has a point
He's
here.
got
That's
a
what we're-
point. He's got a point. No, I just kind of wanted to talk about the Michigan game, man. A closer game than I think everybody really anticipated. Which I honestly, Maryland is no joke. So
No.
Michigan beat Maryland over the weekend, but by not as much as people really anticipated.
Right,
And
right.
honestly, a pretty damn close game. And people that are fans of the Wolverines might be a little nervous going into this Ohio State game because Ohio State actually they took care of business over the weekend. Granted, they played the Gophers or something. I'm sure who they played, but this weekend, Brock, is going to be huge.
Huge weekend.
Huge weekend. Ohio State, Michigan, both undefeated.
So we got Narc Ohio State, all right, dropping
Mhm.
dimes on all the other teams because that's the only way they can win.
Hey,
All right. Michigan, go blue. Are they at the big house or are they in Ohio?
it's at the big house.
Oh,
It's at the big house.
you're going down, Ohio State. Just suck it. Suck it.
Hey, yeah, I mean, as a true Michigan fan, I'm not coming out swinging on this one. It's gonna be a close game, man. It's gonna be. I don't know which way you bet on this, and I'm saying this, not looking at it as a fan of one of the teams. If
Right.
I didn't like either team, and I was like, I'm gonna go make some money on the biggest game this weekend, you tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially after this weekend. Michigan was definitely not on all cylinders. There's something there that was just
Well, it's their
That-
first game without Harbaugh. So think about that. They got a completely.
no, it's the second.
Is it the second one?
Yeah, he wasn't there at Penn State last week.
No. Okay. Okay.
Second game without Harbaugh, which, by the way, after the Penn State game, their interim coach goes on to the post game interview. Effing love you guys. This is effing great. I'm like, dude, you should know that. You can't say that.
That guy in the censor button. Geez, got it.
I mean, they couldn't yank him away from that camera fast enough, man. He definitely got a talking to after that game.
Hey, man.
But and so not taking anything away from Maryland. Maryland was playing, man. Maryland has Tua's brother as a quarterback, Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
And just it was too close for comfort over the weekend. So hey, congratulations if you're a Michigan fan. Go blue. And hey, here we go. It's an important
Now-
week.
Here, I don't want to say anything like this and make it come off wrong, but I think maybe they played a little bit light against Maryland to save themselves for the big game against Ohio State.
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope, not at all.
Huh.
Nope. Zero. Yeah, you're definitely wrong on that. They just sucked. They sucked over the weekend.
Okay.
Which honestly, nobody's going to take any opponent lightly, especially going into a game like this. But yeah, I don't know what that does. Does it give Michigan more to work for? They already have a lot to work for with Harbaugh. Bet thing, which I don't know. Bet. What is that? What are you saying? Bet. We're gonna lose. Bet. Is that what
Bet.
that is?
I think so.
It's kind of like a millennial thing, right?
Yeah.
Bet.
But
Which-
it's like, let's go.
I know you hate that. Gonna be a great game on the weekend. This
So-
coming weekend, man. So
Real quick, I was just looking at Ohio State because, again, I will always root against Ohio State because anything from Ohio is garbage. I hate Ohio. It's a garbage state for garbage people. Same thing for the college. All right. But I'm looking at some of their games here and, some close games.
they definitely skirted by a few games. So Maryland, when Ohio State played Maryland, they obviously beat them up there towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But Ohio State struggled with Maryland in the first half, just like Michigan.
Barely beat Notre Dame.
Dame's good.
Close one against Penn State.
I would,
You know?
I would say Ohio State's schedule was definitely tougher than Michigan's, right?
You think so? I mean, they had Youngstown State. WKU. What is that?
Mm,
Wichita, Kansas University.
something like that.
Purdue, which I mean, I don't know.
Western Kansas.
Yeah.
Hey, go blue. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say. I'm not going to talk any trash.
You know what?
I'm
I
nervous.
think they got it. I think be nervous, but I think they got it. I
Yeah.
think Michigan, and
It's a
especially
big
too,
house.
knowing that, which I know we joke and say there was Ohio State that dropped a dime on them, but if that's the case, they got something. They got vengeance
Yeah, they're pissed off
in their
for
blood,
sure.
right?
Yeah. And like I said, in Ann Arbor, man, it gets loud there.
Yep. Big house.
But also, if you're an Ohio State fan or playing for Ohio or part of that program, you don't want to lose to Michigan again.
No, that'd be
the past 2 years, right?
Yeah.
God, it feels good.
Feels nice.
We have it for another week, but maybe for another year. Who knows?
Yes.
Go blue, baby. Come on. All right, moving on. NFL last night. There were a lot of games, man. Let's just hit the important ones. Chicago and Detroit yesterday. If you caught it, if you watched any of it, if you heard about it, and if you haven't, listen up because, oh my God, what happened? 5 minutes left in that game. There were people that walked out. We talked about it last hour. Leslie, she went to the game. She's a Lions fan. She walked out. Says, you know what? This game's over. Chicago's up 2 scores, 5 minutes left. Chicago's got the ball. Fat chance. Unless Tom Brady is on the sideline and it's Super Bowl, whatever that Super Bowl was, when they played the Falcons, there's no way that the Lions could pull this one out. Well, they did. 31-26. Somehow, with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game, Detroit's decided, yeah, let's play some football. I think this is what we're here for. Let's play some football. And they did. They scored 16 points in 4 minutes. How? I couldn't tell you. Because before that, they had like 9 turnovers.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't looking good. It was
3 INTs yesterday. You can't win games throwing 3 interceptions. I'm sorry.
No, and
the only way you can win is by playing the Bears and letting the Bears just basically hand it to you.
Yeah.
Chicago's good at that. They're good at losing the game at the very. Whatever Detroit had like the past 60 years in their franchise, the very end of the game, you have it, and then you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that went from Detroit to Chicago. Took a 4-hour trip. And now Chicago's got it.
Yeah.
Because you had that game the entire game yesterday.
Yep.
Right there in your hands. And just, much like Detroit used to do all the time, you just gave it to them. All you had to do was get a first down there. 4 minutes left. It was less than that, I think. It was like 3 minutes something. Granted, they were bringing the heat yesterday. Justin Fields is sore today. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
He took some shots. And like I said, they were bringing everybody. 3rd and 8, where you would typically drop back in coverage. No, we're bringing the house. We're going man to man. We're bringing everybody.
Yep.
Man, I mean, hey,
and a young quarterback like that, get him flustered, something like that. We've seen him struggle in that space, but I think Fields came in with something to prove on that to show,
buddy,
hey, I'm the guy.
Zool that I was with yesterday, huge Bears fan, and at the very end of the game, he called it. He's like, this is where Justin struggles. He's like, dude, he's been looking great this entire game, but watch when they start bringing the heat. And that stadium gets loud, which it got loud yesterday. Woo! You could hear it.
Yep.
And he wasn't wrong. He's like, that's where he struggles, man.
That's, I think, such, again,
Experience.
coming from a middle-aged, out-of-shape radio DJ talking about very, very talented NFL players. But when you look at quarterbacks, experience is one, right? And just time in there. But just there's a certain level, a tier of quarterbacks that handle that, and you see those quarterbacks succeed. Brady, Rodgers, Manning, these elite quarterbacks that when pressure's on, they just stay
poised.
Who is the guy you said always looked like every time, and it just drove you nuts? Who am I thinking of?
Sam, is it Bradford?
Maybe Bradford.
Is it Bradford? So it just looks like
no.
You're talking about Prescott.
Oh, Dak. Dak too. Dak just always is, and I mean,
I that look on his face. He played good yesterday.
Yeah. I know Cowboys are coming back, man. They got a chance.
Yeah,
they do.
Absolutely.
I think it's just you got to
There's
find
something
when that.
to
Yeah.
that poise, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And it comes with experience. And I think as a, like you say, as the armchair quarterback or us watching it through the TV, even being there, I still don't think you realize that
Oh.
3 minutes left and you got to score and you have 100,000 people just screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yep.
Like, dude, that the pressure there is immense. I don't
Oh.
think people really understand that. Like, not only just to execute the play, but just the presence of being there in that moment.
Yeah.
Woo.
Dude, I get nervous when I get a strong worded email from the boss.
Yeah.
Now imagine, I'm like, oh God, I got to get this done. Now imagine
being
that.
on the field in the spotlight. 3 minutes
Times
left.
a billion. Yeah. Yep. Now, okay, here's a
This
question.
guy
Just as
sucks.
we're-
You can never get it done. Well,
Right, exactly. Says the guy covered in nacho sauce and
Yeah.
drunk since halftime. So now here's a question again from where we're at, the armchair sports guys. Do you think Fields should be farther along with where he's at? Because this is his third season as a starter in the NFL.
No.
Okay.
You know why? It's because he's playing in Chicago. What do you expect?
It's a poor guy. He's already,
Hey, if he was
it's
playing for
double
any other
time.
team, that's no joke, dude. I just
You
feel
know?
like Chicago is not good at developing a quarterback, period. When's the last time you did? When's the last time you had a really success? Like,
Greasy when they went to the Super Bowl. When was that? Right?
I mean, let's always go back to the 85 Bears, but
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Well, no,
If Fields was on another team, he'd be more developed. And I'm not sitting here trying to rip on Bears and the Bears fan. You already took a beating. I'm not sitting here trying to make it any worse from yesterday, but that's the answer.
yeah.
They're not good at developing quarterbacks, period. It's just not a program that has been notorious for cranking out great QBs.
Yeah.
You know? So, hey, Chicago and you Bears fans, don't feel bad. I mean, maybe you should feel bad. That was a tough one yesterday. But you should be used to it by now. And honestly, it's probably better for your future.
Yeah.
Just start tanking. Just start tanking. Why not?
I don't think you
Get
can,
every
though,
pick
man.
that you can. Every advantage you can next year. I mean, that's what you're working for right now, right?
I think that's how you see franchises fold and fans leave. You know what I mean? If you're
If they
just
tank on purpose like that.
if they're like, well, we're excited about the draft. How about you focus on the season? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because drafts don't fix
They
everything. Very rarely.
I mean, not totally. You could definitely change a program a little bit by getting.
For sure. No. But if you think you're going to draft a guy and all of a sudden make it to the Super Bowl, the chances of that are not impossible.
Yeah.
And we've seen some guys that
Chiefs
have come
did
in
it.
but not right away.
Yeah,
They
pretty much.
Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for what, 2 seasons
Yeah.
before he got hurt. And if Alex Smith wouldn't have got hurt, would they have started? It's the Brady. It's the same thing with Brady. If Bledsoe wouldn't have went down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wild, man. But anyway, if you're a Bears fan, just hold on, man.
God, I was really pulling for the Bears, and I know I'm sorry to all of our Lions fans and fans of the show that listen to us, and I appreciate it. But God, I wanted the Bears to win so bad. I did.
Well, too bad. Now you got to face the Lions on Thanksgiving in front of your family. It's gonna be tough.
No, actually, we're not. We're staying here for Thanksgiving, so I'll be by myself in my garage, probably screaming, throwing things.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's
Well, hey,
happy.
If Detroit plays like they did yesterday, you
Well,
wouldn't
and
be too nervous because they played like trash yesterday. 3 INTs.
I know. I you know what? The Packers played well. I'm very happy with the win that we got. Love had his first 300-yard game, which when I was listening to it, they pointed out a fact. It was the first time a Packers quarterback had a 300-plus throwing game since 2019.
Oh,
Isn't that wild?
wow.
But I don't think 300-yard games are as common as we make them out. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, be happy now. I can tell in your voice you're happy.
oh, I am happy. It's a win.
Yeah.
About time. We've been struggling, man. So we're still technically alive in the big picture of things, but
We
a
got
lot of work.
5 or so days to where you're back to where you were last week.
You know what?
So.
I don't like this. I don't like this angle you've been taking this season. You've never rooted for the Lions, and now here you are talking trash. You're a
Hey!
real son of a bitch. You're a real son of a bitch.
Hey,
You know that?
whoever it is next year, I'll be cheering for them as well. I
hope-
am. You know, I'm a bandwagon fan. Come on.
I hope you choke on a
I'm the guy.
drumstick I hope you choke on a drumstick while you're watching the game on
Go
Thursday.
Lions.
Oh, but right in your windpipe.
I've
All right.
always
That's what
had this color. I've always worn this.
I hope they break the wishbone and a piece of bone flies off and hits you right in the jugular. All right.
Yeah.
And
You know
you're
what's
dead.
funny? I'm always happy during NFL. You know why? Because I never lose. I'm always cheering for the winning teams. It's great.
Don't make me say it. I'll root for the Buckeyes. I'll do it. You son of a bitch.
Don't piss me off.
I will do it.
No,
Anyway.
you would never do that.
No, I wouldn't. You're right. As much as I just have disdain for this, I would never do it. Even as much as I want to give it to you, but I couldn't bring myself to it.
All right, real quick. Scores over the weekend. I got to get through it. So I know it was the local one. We talk more about that more than anything. But here we go. Jaguars beating the Titans 34-14. Giants beating the Commanders 31-19. Houston, the Texans beat the Cardinals 21-16. Browns beating the Steelers 13-10 in a close matchup there, man. That was that must have been a good one. Cleveland looking not too bad, huh? Am I wrong by saying that?
No, granted, it's different now with Deshaun Watson being out, which you've brought it up to. And the more I've looked into it and just, my research, you're right. It's always something with Deshaun Watson.
Always something. Comes with baggage.
A lot of baggage. And now with this injury, man, he's getting to the point where
always something.
He's not worth the trouble, right?
He's saying something. He's going to court. Yeah. There's always something behind the scenes. Blah, blah, blah. Now he's hurt. Guy comes with baggage. Let's be honest. Look at the past.
Yep.
Look where we're at now. Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. Yes.
Yep.
The dude can play. Also comes with baggage. Much like a hot girl. Like you date the 10. If you're dating the 10, there's something there. It's coming with something else, just to let you know. Either there's going to be 19 dudes. They're just wet at the mouth waiting, or you go with the 3 who's got nobody else. But there's always something there. Anyway, maybe a bad analogy, but
no, it's a perfect analogy. Well, they got some new chick, a little bit older, a little more seasoned. Joe Flacco apparently signed with the Browns on the practice squad. We'll see what happens.
A little bit.
We'll see what happens there. Yeah,
a lot older.
10 years older, actually a decade older than Deshaun Watson is right now. So
his grandpa, for Christ's sake.
Anyway. I think you're doing the math wrong, but all right, I get what you're saying.
Your Packers beat the Chargers over the weekend, 23-20. Close matchup there. To the game I was watching, I believe. But close game there, man. Raiders losing to the Dolphins, 20-13. Another close matchup. Talked about the Lions and Bears. Cowboys beat the hell out of the Panthers, which was kind of expected, right? Was it? 33-10.
Oh, no, that was, the Panthers got the worst record in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they are just
rough. Yeah. Rams beat the Seahawks 17-16, and the Broncos beating the Vikings 21-20. What a crazy game that was.
Yeah, 4-game win streak for the Broncos. Hey, Bronco Nation, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Big
tonight, man. Eagles, Kansas City, the Super Bowl rematch, 8:15 tonight for Monday Night Football. I wouldn't know who to bet on this one.
I want the Eagles to win. Sorry, honey, if you're listening. Sorry, Kiki. If I had my pick, I'd want the Eagles to win. But bring down the Chiefs a little bit. All right. Not that the Eagles are going to make it easy on anyone else, but I just the Chiefs find a way to win. And you know what? They got something to prove because everyone's been talking about the Chiefs this season. Everyone's been beat over the head with a Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing. Mark brought up a good point. Last year, it was Mahomes' wife and brother controversy. So they got all this stuff. And I think the play is now taking a back seat. Everyone loves just talking about it because you know what? They're still leading their conference. All right.
Give me out by saying this. I want the Chiefs to win. And this is why. Because I don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and the Chiefs playing from behind. Because they've been losing because they have to win is scary.
Okay.
You want Chiefs confident and going into each week with maybe they're a little too confident. You can sneak a win in there. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Chiefs
what you're
are that
saying.
good.
So let them ease up a little bit. Let them think that they got
Let
this
them
in
get
the bag.
overconfident because that's how sometimes you beat them. I think.
I think if there's any way to do it, how do we beat them? We're not sure, but we think.
Here's one thing you do: you don't piss them off.
Yeah,
you don't piss them off.
Don't let them get the coin toss either.
Don't let them win the coin toss. Don't piss them off.
Yep.
Hit Mahomes off the field.
Hit Mahomes in the knee with a lead pipe as he's going through the tunnel.
Call your goons because that's
right.
the only way.
That's it. Anyway. All right. Well, good game tonight. We'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Anything else? Or are we good for now?
That's all we got.
Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. Jesus. Wham! Let's see. Alan, I turned the game off at halftime, but turned on Rock 107 around 6 minutes left. And went and turned to somebody told me they were coming back. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people that probably were like, let's get to raking leaves or something. And then you came in later like, wait, what the hell?
Yep. Wild, man.
First time the Lions have been 8-2 in 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Eric said yesterday, Bears Lions proved Brock right. Lions will not make it past the first playoff game. Weak schedule. Now,
Lions won't make it past.
We'll see because in playoffs, here's the thing. Lions keep going the route they're going, right? They finish strong. They get that first home game. That's going to be hard to beat. At home at Ford Field, that'll give them a leg up on probably a lower seeded team that they'll play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it is the playoffs. Completely different season, Yeah. Jared Goff, though, has experience in the playoffs, so he might be confident going into it.
All I'm saying, after this year, go ahead and cheer against the Lions, but you should cheer for this team this year. Come on.
No, never.
Come on.
I would rather die.
It's like beating up the kid. Like
you beating up the blind kid, man. What are you doing?
Right. Can you not cheer for the Lions? It says something about you if you're like, I effing hate the Lions. Why?
Because
why?
They should know their place, okay? And that is at the bottom. That is the bottom.
Place. That is such a Packer thing to say. It really is.
You know your place, trash.
90 years. We can't let one team have a good year. That's just ridiculous.
Should be the Packers every single year, all right?
Oh, God, I can't wait till Thursday.
Right. I hope the team folds after they lose. Told you, man. I'll never be on board with it.
Yeah.
For all of my Lions fans, I love you dearly. And don't take it personally.
Yeah.
But I hate your team and I want them to lose. That's what it is. I mean that from a place of love. All right, here we go. Topic of the day. What's absurd to you?
It's absurd.
Well, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Morning.
Yeah. 7:50. We got to get to it. It's time for your topic of the day, brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spirit wear, equipment, and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. So today is National Absurdity Day. So we figured, you know what? What do you find absolutely absurd? That's absurd. Something you find absolutely absurd.
God, where to start?
Where to begin, right? Where to begin?
I don't know. Soft society. I want to start there. Yeah, people are just, man. We were just talking about it the other day. Something about what we were doing in the 90s. And you look back at it and you're like, there's no way. There's no way you could even imagine doing that nowadays. And you know what's absurd? Just how soft people have become.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Why is that? Like kids now, just I don't know.
Well, we've had it easy. And not saying things need to always be like, oh, back in the day. Honestly, there's a lot of
You got to
terrible things
evolve
back in
and
the
you
day,
got to
but
make things
yeah,
better, and things get easier. But still, man,
yeah, it is pretty absurd how well, and maybe that's the
is it work ethic? Is that what it is? Are we lacking work ethic?
no, because work is different now. I mean, you know what I mean? Not everyone's got a job in the mill or everyone's
Right.
got, you know what I mean? So it's different. I don't think we can fault people for, more computer jobs, more desk jobs. I think it's what it is. It's absurd to me if I not to take your answer and run with it, but I think it's absurd how everyone thinks they're right.
Mhm.
No one can be wrong. Everyone thinks that it's my opinion matters and what I say is, I think that's absurd. And maybe that builds into it. Like there's no accountability or everyone just loves passing the buck or just, I don't know. Hey, does that explain it? Maybe I'm doing a bad job with it.
Well, no. I think you hit it right on the head there.
Yeah.
It's as far as work wise, this is like in this time right now, it's probably the biggest time where nobody's working, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's hiring. Is that still a thing? Or did everybody run out of their stimulus checks or saved money and now they have to go back to work?
I don't think it's as crazy as that. Maybe it's just more of because if you look at the unemployment right now, it's definitely lower than it was like during the pandemic and everything, or after kind of that big push. But I just think it's an entitlement thing, and maybe that carries over into work.
Or I'm just getting older and starting to
too.
bitch more.
That could be it.
I think that might be it too.
You've officially made the switch.
The old guy,
right. Yep. Now, back in my day.
Yeah. I don't want to be
Shut
that
up,
guy.
Grandpa. Shut up, Grandpa. Back in my day. Yeah.
All right, Grandpa.
Go sit in your chair.
Go take a nap. Right?
Go sit in your chair. All right. Anything else that's just absurd to you?
Yeah, there are a lot of things, but I'm going to let the listeners take care of it because I don't want to steal any
We
answers.
do have some good answers. We build off that. For me, I'll just give mine real quick. Something that's absolutely absurd to me. The fact that people don't put their carts away. And I know I've ranted on this for an ever and ever, and you know where I stand on this. If you don't put your cart back, you're a piece of human garbage. It's just absurd to me that you don't do it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, it's just
same thing with parking
everywhere too.
Just everywhere. Like it drives me up a wall. It is absurd to me that you can live in a society and not put your cart back. It's the simplest thing to just be like the start of being a decent human is putting your cart away. And you may say, Brock, that seems kind of silly that you get that worked up over it. No,
it's so apparent that there's a guy out there that makes his living off a YouTube channel called Cartnarks.
Yeah.
And he basically just goes and films people who don't do it and calls them out.
If I owned a store that had shopping carts, I would literally have a paid position at that store for some guy to go around and not put carts away, but call people out.
Yep.
His job is to go around and just, hey, you put that cart away? That's his job. I would pay him a livable salary to do that.
Dude, it's a great YouTube channel. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's hilarious, actually.
Fantastic.
People don't know what to do.
Well, because that kind of goes into your thing, and what we built off of that is that entitlement thing. People just think, well, F it. You do what I want.
Yeah.
Same thing with parking. People just parking like jackasses.
It's snowballs. So little stuff like that, I don't think people understand. Snowballs. Yep. So you don't put the cart away. You know that in your head.
Yep.
You knew you didn't. As you're pulling away, looking at the cart, you know.
Yep.
Then what's the next thing? You go and then you park bad. Then you go and then you don't. You decide, well, I'm going to skip the dentist appointment today. It's
throw a little trash out there, out my window.
If you think it's not a big deal about the cart thing, what's the big deal? It's the snowball effect. It's how you live your life. That's the big deal.
That's a good point right there. And I think that's why it's so absurd to me that people don't. We got some great answers on Facebook. What is absolutely absurd to you? I love Son of Sam's answer. How expensive beef jerky is. That is absurd.
Oh, that's a
that
great
is
answer.
Absurd.
Dude, no wonder so many people out trying to shoot a deer because they can't afford the jerky.
Yeah.
That's no joke. Dude, $10 a bag now. Gas station bag.
It's more cost effective to buy a hunting license, all the gear and everything like that. Drive to your hunting grounds and hunt.
Sit out there in the cold and misery.
Yep. That's a great answer, dude.
That is a good answer.
What was this? Beef fed gold? Why is this so much?
No. The beef got COVID, and now
Is that-
now it's twice as much.
That
money.
was twice as much. Damn it.
Never went
COVID
back.
beef.
COVID came. Oh, we're gonna charge $19
was-
a bag of beef jerky now.
It was still high before, though, but you're right. I think they took advantage of this for sure. Everyone has.
Everyone
And
has.
even, not just beef jerky. Beef jerky is way up there. But even like the price of mixed nuts. Have you seen the price of a package of mixed nuts?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a joke anymore.
Yeah.
It really is. I laugh at the prices nowadays. You can't. There's nothing under $5 at the grocery store.
No.
Everything's
Nope.
$5. Boom, boom.
Yep.
Every time you put something into your cart, $5.
I've chalked it up as for a basic grocery run, or honestly, you go to a store, $100. Like that's just what it is. You go to a store, $100 is what you're spending.
And you can
That's
get one of
crazy.
those little baby carts too. You don't need the
Yeah.
big cart.
Yeah, you don't need the big cart. No.
$100 ain't gonna fill up that big cart.
I can just carry it in my arm. Do that thing where I don't need a cart, and then you're like, I should have got a cart. Yeah, damn it. Every time. Hope you find that rogue empty cart in the middle of the aisle. Like, yes. Let's see. Mike said something that's absurd to him. The new ugly Corvette. I kind of like the new
about
one.
the C8.
Is that it? That one kind of looks like a Lamborghini, doesn't it, or a Ferrari?
Yeah, it kind of looks like to me it looks like a kind of like a Ford GT, the new Ford GT.
You know,
I like them.
how about we'll tack it onto this, Mike? Because you think that's absurd, the new look, and maybe they went the wrong way. I'll maybe just say cars in general. It's absurd to me, some of the designs.
I'm not sure if I've ever liked a remake of a car.
No.
The new Charger, the new Mustang, I always like the older ones better.
Oh, for sure. I think they did a good job with the Challenger just because they kept it a 2-door, but still though, it's not as good. No, for sure.
It's too bulky. It's just too much
And I
on
don't
it.
I don't like the soft lines. That's the thing. Is what it was mean about the muscle cars is it had the hard lines. You know what I mean? It had
I agree. Too
right.
bubbly.
Yeah, it's too bubbly.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that thing puffed out a little bit, like a puffer fish. I know, bad analogy, but the C8 though, man. Okay, here's why I disagree with you on the C8 because the C8 made cars like that affordable.
Yeah,
it made driving an exotic car like that actually attainable.
Yeah,
it's affordable. Like people like you and I, maybe not you and I, but some people
a little bit higher on the pay scale.
Some people couldn't, just barely short of the. I won't even say a Ferrari, but like a Dodge Viper or something, 100 G's and up. Chevy was like, no, we're going to build a badass car and we're going to sell it for like 70.
Yep.
Because we can.
And it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
I always like companies that make stuff affordable for regular people like you and I.
Mm-hmm. I agree. We got some more answers on Facebook here. What's something that is just absurd to you? Lucas said how gas isn't a set price. We've had that rant before. Explain to me why I pay a price here and then literally across the border, which we're close to, is a different price. And then another border, completely different price. Why don't we just, if it's the same for everyone, isn't that what, right?
Yeah. I just stopped paying attention to gas. It's never going to make you happy.
Yeah,
it's not like you're going to win. Not like one day you're going to win. I beat the gas prices.
Honey, you won't believe it. Today was the day.
All right.
Actually, my wife would love to hear that because I bitch about gas all the time. And you're right though, Hunter. I need it. I got to fill up my vehicle.
Why are you bitching?
It's got to go in
doing
there.
anything but making everybody else around you more ornery. It's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's not going to go down because you bitch a bunch.
Maybe if we keep bitching, maybe the government. What am I talking? The government's going to do something. That's ridiculous.
They're going to put it up more because you.
What a silly comment on my part. The government's going to do something ridiculous. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I just don't pay attention.
Well, here, Alan, I get it. Gas taxes play a big role state to state. I like we get like different state, but that's on a federal level. It should just be the same for everyone. Like, why should, Mississippi's tax rate and everything affect my, you know what I mean? Like it does. It should be like, I understand there's a lot, but it should just be a set. We should pay the same in California as we do in New York. If everyone's paying the same price, doesn't that even out?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Here's the thing:
Maybe
you
I'm
can't
wrong in
screw
that.
people and line your pockets that way, though. So
Yeah. That's exactly. It's money grab, but
Mhm.
let's see. Matt said our government. Yeah, we can jump off to that right there. That's
Absurd.
just absurd to me.
I actually maybe absurd's not the right word. It's embarrassing. That's what it is.
Embarrassing,
It's embarrassing.
absurdly embarrassing. How about
Yeah.
that? There you go. Yeah, come figure it out. Let's see. Josh said that we still have marijuana prohibition going on. Yeah, that's pretty absurd. That's pretty absurd. You know, my honest take on it is the reason it has not been federally legalized is the government right now is, and I know that put on my tinfoil hat, hit the bong. The government right now is figuring out how it can transition from the tobacco industry into the marijuana industry and make their money because the government has made a killing off of the tobacco industry, but
We'll figure it
nobody
out.
smokes it. People are smoking is going to be a thing of the past in the not too distant future. So that's the only reason, folks. Once they figure out how they can make their nut on that,
Mhm.
it'll be legal federally. It will be,
Yeah.
but they're just trying to maximize their income on that.
Another thing,
Tinfoil.
persuaded by money.
Yeah, right. Our government, absurd. I think that's pretty good before we get all worked up. Most absurd thing though,
Absurd.
out of all of this, most absurd thing I think we can all agree on: beef jerky prices. I think Son of Sam has
That's a
the
good
best
answer,
one.
man.
And if you're not sure, go to the store today at some point, gas station, and just look at the beef jerky and you'll be like, "Wow, that is absurd."
That bag for that much? Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of jerky is that?
Here's my black card. Or swipe it, I guess. It's got a $50,000 limit on it. We'll
Is that
do it.
beef from a Sasquatch? Because damn, that's expensive.
Space beef. I don't know where this beef came from. That it's that price. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. All right, I think I got everyone. Thanks for tuning in, people. We appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Okay, bye.